These two projects became possible because people worked together to address issues and concerns and find common ground. Calgary is a great city, and the fact that we're standing here today celebrating these two projects is a reflection of the caring and inclusive nature of the people who live and work in the communities of Hillhurst Sunnyside and Crescent Heights. All of this relates to the action items listed in Calgary's plan to end homelessness, particularly enhancing housing options for low-income Calgarians and empowering Calgarians in the movement to end homelessness. Mayor Nenshi.
Well, thanks very much, Linda. Let's begin by acknowledging that we stand on ancient land. At the bottom of this bluff, at the confluence of these two great rivers, people have traded, lived, loved, and made community for thousands of years. The nations of Treaty 7, the 5 nations of Treaty 7 have shared this land, which is the traditional land of the Blackfoot people. The Blackfoot people who honor me with the name Clan Leader. And I think it's important for us to acknowledge in this time of reconciliation where we have come from and the communities that we are attempting to build together. With that, there are an enormous amount of people who have come together to make this project happen. I want to give my thanks, first of all, to the Government of Canada and to the Government of Alberta. This is the first time Brandy and I are sharing a podium. I suspect it'll be the first of many, many times. Congratulations. Thank you for putting yourself forward on this. And I want to acknowledge the presence of two other great government leaders here, Mike Ellis, MLA, and Sandra Jansen, MLA, who are joining us today. Where? Oh, there he is. And the MLA for this area, Dr. David Swan. Thank you all for being here. It's not like you're tall or anything, David. I just completely missed it. I was just come from a meeting of the Federation of Canadian Municipalities in Edmonton, where we really spent a lot of time pressing all of the federal political parties on housing. And I was pleased to see that every one of them acknowledged that housing is a major issue for this country, and every one of them has come up with ideas for what they're going to do in order to assist in making sure every Canadian has a safe and decent place to live. So I encourage all of you as we go into our federal election to think housing as you think about where you cast your vote. However, it's not just about government. In fact, it's very little about government. It's really about community, why we're standing here today. And I want to give a special thank you to the Calgary Homeless Foundation. Since we started the 10-year plan to end homelessness in 2008, we have housed over 6,000 people. It's a beautiful start, but much work remains to be done. And just recently, we refreshed the 10-year plan under the stewardship of the Calgary Homeless Foundation with Diana and her entire team. I just want to say thank you for all the hard work you've been doing in bringing hope to so many Calgarians. And in particular, we're here today because of the great vision of the Resolve campaign. This is a world-leading project to bring the community together, to bring nonprofit organizations together in order to build housing. Alan Norris, you provided exceptional leadership, and I would be remiss if I didn't say that we are here today to celebrate two great community citizens in Qualico Streetside and in Morrison Homes. But none of this would be possible without the extraordinary contribution of Calgary's home building community. All of you have come together in a way that has excited and ignited the community to build homes, and I want to say thank you to everyone, and particularly today to Qualico Streetside and to Morrison Homes. Folks, we have a lot of work to do. The Resolve campaign is leading in Canada, if not in the world, in terms of the work it's doing in the homes that it's building. And we hope that we will house 240 Calgarians as a result of this extraordinary work. I estimate we need 3,000 to 5,000 units of affordable housing in this city. We can't do it alone. The private sector can't do it alone. Government can't do it alone. The nonprofit sector can't do it alone. We have to make it a priority. We have to work hard on it, and we have to build community. The Calgary Homeless Foundation has done a great job of that on this project, but in particular, I want to say thank you to the neighbors. The neighbors who are residents and businesses here in Hillhurst Sunnyside, as well as in Crescent Heights, have not in any way gone into a not in my backyard syndrome. We don't want that here syndrome that unfortunately we see in so many places. They have welcomed this development. They have understood that the neighbors that they're going to have will be valuable contributors to the community. And that is the kind of thinking we need throughout our community. Together, we can end homelessness. Together, we can bring hope and opportunity to so many of our neighbors and our fellow citizens. There's a board over here which asks for our wishes for the future people who will live here in this project. And my wish is very simple, that this becomes a place of stability, a place of opportunity, and a place of hope, where every single person who lives here can become part, even more so, of this great community. Thank you all for your hard work. Thank you all for getting us here today.
Thank you so much, Mayor Nenshi, for those comments on behalf of the city and for sharing the feelings of the community and the city of bringing us all together.